Hello folks and welcome back. Today I'd like to show you how I customized my version of Mixcraft 10. Now, starting with the startup screen here, you have the option to either show or hide that when you open it. My preference is to keep it open because it'll show all the projects that you've been working on down here, and they can be reordered by name or date or length. So I always like to have that one ticked. Now, going through to the next item is the transport bar. This is where it is by default. I like to have mine on the top. Okay, so if I grab over here, you'll see that little hamburger icon. I can click and lift it free, and then I can drag it up to the top. And you'll see that yellow box up here. As long as I'm in there, I can just drop it. And there it is now located at the top. Again, just a matter of personal preference. I prefer it up at the top there. It's easier for me to see. Now, next I'm just going to go through some of my preferences. So the first one is going to be display. Now, you know that you have the option of setting the default theme to either dark or light. The light one looks like that. A lot of people seem to prefer that, but for my tired old eyes, this is more of a contrast and I can see it better. Next, if I go to recording, you have the option of setting up the default recording method for audio or instrument track. I've set them up like that because it suits my workflow. Then control surfaces. I have Mixcraft Remote. Now that looks like this. And it's a handy little device to have. You can have it on your phone if you're working and you're recording. It's so much easier just to tap the record. You can see exactly what the functions are there. A pretty neat little app to have. And you can just download that from the Google Store. Just type in Mixcraft Remote. And down in hotkeys, under View, I've added a couple here for the track heights. You know, normally if you want to change the track height, you would have to go to, let's just close it a moment. You would have to go to View, all tracks height, and then small, medium or large or extra large. So that's a 3-stage process. Now, just going back, hotkeys and View, you'll see that I've added these shortcuts there. Track small, track normal, track large, and extra large. I've made mine S for small, N for normal. I can't use L for large because that's to control loop. But I've used Shift and L for large and Shift and E for extra large. And you do that just by clicking that. Okay, and then you would use a key combination and then just press OK. Simple enough. And then the final thing that I've changed is I've removed all my track icons. Now let me just show you what I mean here. If we open up tracks, I'm going to add one of each. So one audio, one instrument, a video, send, submix, output, and a vocoder. Now closing this dialog and pressing that shortcut that I showed you, S for small, all the tracks are small. But my personal problem is the size of these icons when they are magnified. Let's just take the audio track for example. It's got that little speaker, but it gets huge when you pull the track up. Okay, similarly, let's just take the piano, same thing. You see what I mean. Each one has got an icon, which is fine for there, but then it gets crazy after a while. In my opinion, I've got to just reiterate this, it's my opinion. So the way that I changed that, let me just close out of there for now. I don't need to save that. So what I did was go to my PC and the main drive, C drive, Program Files, Mixcraft 10. And you'll see there's a file here called MixRes. Open up that one, and there's a file there called Icons, and there's all the icons displayed there. That's where they live. Now, if you're uncertain about this, what I would do is then just make a backup folder, and that's easy enough. Just to right click, new folder, and we'll call it Old Icons. Then what I'll do is go to Icons again, Control and A to select them all, Control and X to cut them. I will go back, I will right click on this new folder and paste. We will do this for all items. Continue. And there we have it. So your icons folder is now empty, but you do have the backup if you need them. Again, you could just reverse that process and put them back. I personally found that I don't need to do that. But now if we go back to the project, and we'll put in any track, let's just say an audio track, and I can make that as large as I like, and there's no icons there. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope that you found this useful. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.